Hey, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and today we're on the Couatl on the 3.5 Monster Manual. According to the entry, it's 12.5 foot long, or 12 foot long with 15 foot wingspan. It looks like that, and it's got rainbow wings. Now, let's be honest with ourselves here. We know dang well that thing can't, those measurements can't be right for that artwork. So let's start by saying we got to go bigger. By the way, this is take 2. In take 1, I started swearing and I threw a snake. Or a tinfoil piece. Alright, so according to the stats of this thing, it's 10 foot long. Or 12 foot long. And this right here, it's extended, is 8 inches long. Not even fully stretched. So he's out. This one's not flexible. We have to do a lot of cutting and gluing. This one's missing the tip of his tail. I have this dragon head I cut off I kind of want to use. I have some different wings we can use here. Different birds that are willing to give up their wings for this project, and some fairy wings maybe. And then we have that snake. So this snake here is not ideal. And truth be told, I'd kind of like to keep this snake because he's a nice snake for something else. I will kill him if I have to. I have this extra dragon head I cut off of this guy. So, let's get some tinfoil. And calmly roll up a snake body. And see if we can't get some kind of shape going. And make a snake with it. Okay. Curl it around. Bring it up. Fold the head in. So it's going forward, something like that. So when he sits on the base and his head's there and then his wings are there. I don't know. I'm just playing around here. I don't have a real good idea what we're playing at the moment. Something like that, maybe. I mean, these dudes can fly, so we can kind of lean on that, too. And we can make him elevated. Maybe we can take that same body and do something like this. And have him on a flight stand, maybe. Something like that. We could do that. Alright. Let's get this covered in glue and baking soda. And if we're going to do a flight stand, we're going to need some rocks to add some weight to the base. Okay. And we're going to need an upright. So the upright's an easy fix. And we can use some rocks here to add to the weight of the base. All right, something like that. Sorry, I am a little discouraged. I've been, like, some of these minis have not turned out great lately, and it's starting to irk me because I like to do a good job. I want you guys to see it and say, yeah, I'd like to have that on my table. I don't want to make something like the Acura or whatever that turned out so bad that I just hate it. You know what I mean? I want to make stuff that you guys look at and go, okay, yeah, I can make that and I can put that on my table. And I could just be a jerk and go get clay and model all this stuff, get green stuff and model all this stuff, make armatures, but I'm trying not to be that guy. All right. So that should sturdy up pretty good. We let that go for a minute and sit. I'm going to put that in front of the fan. And let's start looking at our body. So on this prototype body, all right, so here's what I'm thinking. Bear with me. I'm getting a throwaway brush. Spoon. I'm going to grab this recently doused, and I still got some on the corner, so it's going to stick to my hand some. That's all right. Perfection is not a prerequisite of a good craft. I just want to get this guy kind of covered up and dip him in here. He's definitely sturdier now. That's a fact. We can still move it a little bit. All right. And we got rid of a lot of that, a lot of the tinfoil look like that. But let's do another coat on him. And we'll do it on this side. Okay. My thumb is glued to my fingernail. Give me a second to pry that loose because that's very uncomfortable. All right. Set the glue off to the side for now. Let's take a look at this body we made here. It's pretty sturdy at this point. There's a little wonky spot we're going to have to cut off. There we go. It's actually hot to the touch. That reaction's making it pretty gangster. Alright, so let's check our flight stand. It's not quite dry. We're going to get another dab of glue down in there. And then we're just going to, where's my gel glue? We're just going to get a couple little rocks up on top to brace that. With the gel glue. Just to kind of lock that into place a little better, all right? So I'm getting my really tiny, oh, that's flock, not tiny rocks. Getting really tiny rocks. We'll get a couple in there, and I'm just going to kind of set them in place. Look at that. All right. Now, these tend to pull and give create a surface tension. So if you get something to pop that surface tension and drag that glue down, you're going to make it sturdy. So let's let that sit and sturdy up. That gel glue is probably a little too thick for what we needed right there. So I'm just going to poke in there and spread that around some so it dries in front of the fan. All right. Back to our, whatever this guy is, Couatl. We want to find the right head for him. So we're just going to get a dab of this. And then the easiest thing to do is just to kind of work that back and forth into the natural shapes you already created the best you can. As we're letting it cool, we'll add more. We'll just try to fill in. Oh, my nose is a little stuffy still. I thought it was clearing up. And we just want to make sure there are no gaps, no seams. And let's look at wing options. We definitely want to use feathered bird wings because these guys have like rainbow wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it would be ideal if we had, they all kind of have 5 layers of wings. I have one with bigger wings, but the wingspan is only supposed to be 15 foot, so I'm trying to keep it within that. So right here, that one's 3 foot. That one's 3 foot. I'm not sure how we would do that one with rainbows. I guess we could, but they're not the right kind of wings. And with the body, it would not be 3 foot. Well, maybe if we angled them. We could angle. Let's try these. I have a few sets of these and no use for them. And even though I don't really care for them personally, they might do exactly what we want right here. Kind of have to put them up. All right. We're just going to clean that up, smooth that out on the inside and the outside, or the underneath and the top, I should say. I need to add a little bit right there. That's okay. Just clean that up. Now, we're at 2 inches longish, which is what we wanted. And our wingspan is 15 foot. All right. So that's probably more closer to what they think the scale should be in their description. It says that this thing's whole shtick is it's really, really good and it's really, really pretty. All right, let's get our base. Figure out an adequate height. And now we're putting this on at kind of an angle, so let's snip this at an angle. That is still moving around. I'm just going to shove a little glue in there. Okay. And let's see how he's going to fit on there. About like that. So let's get a dab of glue on his belly. And we're going to come back and clean this up later, right? Maximum contact. Get your angle right. Get him centered the best you can. And then pull that back a little bit like I'm doing here, like lean him forward so it gets a better grab. Take a look and see if he's how you want him. Okay. Now now that that's good and getting solid. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. Come back through here and just kind of clean up that glue around there and make it congruous so it looks like it's part of his body. And then just hide the rest of it on that flight stand a little bit. Now we're going to need to sturdy him up significantly, right? Because that flight stand is super delicate. So what we're just going to do to get him going here, we're going to get a little bit of glue on the wings. There we go. And since I tossed that brush I was using, I'm just going to use a toothpick and spread that around some. And lucky us, some of it actually ran right down onto the flight stand, but not enough of it. So we're going to pop him up, get some glue on there, let it run down the flight stand, solidify that up. Then we'll come back with our stick and just make sure there's no pulling of the glue. It should be pretty sturdy at this point, I'm guessing, when it dries. Alright, so let's look at the entry and get an idea of what our reference art says. He's got a greenish body with an underside that's light green, and he's got rainbow wings, it says in the depiction, or in the text, even though it doesn't seem to show that same thing in the depiction. There's a little spot of glue sticking up right there. I'm just going to heat it up, shove it down with this toothpick. Okay. I would like to have done something a little different with that tail. I don't really have anything thinner to throw on there. I have a giant lump under my thumbnail. Let's see what we got here. We got this tail. We got that tail. Could we maybe snip that off and make it look straight? We take his tail. His tail looks like a ramming thing, a whapping thing of some sort, like a hand maybe. Here we go. Let's see if we can do something with this. We can. Look at that, folks. Let's snip a little bit more of this off. It's not too thick. Let's just mount those right together. So I got the tiniest dab of glue here. And I'm just getting it lined up on there the best I can. Oops. And I'm just going to bring those together with my glue gun tip so there's no seam. Doing the best I can. Not perfect, just the best I can do. Alright, so I'm not super super pleased with how sturdy he doesn't seem to be on that base. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little fancy here real quick. I'm going to get a little bit of glue, or a little bit of baking soda. And I'm going to drop it on there. And I'm going to coat his little belly area a little bit. Then I'm going to get my glue. I'm just going to pour it directly on there. So let me get this thing and clean the stick off some. There we go, just like that. We're just going to spill it on, just a drop or two. Let it soak in. And that should sturdy him up tremendously, though it might not look beautiful. So let's see what we got now. Much sturdier. Look at that, he's not wobbling. Alright, so not bad. Not good, not bad. We'll take it. The paint job will tell. So there's our Quetzalcoatl, or Couatl, not Quetzalcoatl. Our Couatl, which is a beautiful rainbow dragon creature, and may or may not be that when we're done painting it. We'll see. Put some tools away here. I got a lot of tools out for no reason. If you consider a spoon a tool, I got extra tools. And a toothbrush. Alright, so we use tinfoil, a dragon, his head and his tail. Oh my god, no, we failed. Look, tail intact, head gone. Head intact, no wings, no tail. Alright, anyways, mistakes were made. We got this extra little head we can keep. Nice. And I have some little teeny other creatures here that I pulled out that we didn't need. So we can put all that away and see what we can do on the paint job on this Quetzalcoatl. Or Couatl, sorry, not Quetzalcoatl. Sorry, I was playing Ark Survival Evolved a couple years ago, and there's actually a god named Quetzalcoatl in, like, I think it's Aztec or Mayan mythology too, and I think there might even be something with that with D&D. I don't even know. So anyways, there's our Couatl. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint him with a primer so that we can get into this on part 2. If you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Check out the website, check out the Discord. There's some discount links there. One's for a free mini. That means no shipping and handling, no fee, no credit card. You just get a mini. And then the other one is a discount code for 25% off. And that 25% off is off of our monthly loot crate, which is this month a box of heroes, which is pretty exciting. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on part 2.